Hi, Ron. I'm Andy Lopez from Michigan. Happy 50th anniversary. 51. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, I need Thank you. This was pretty cool.
Here's a picture that was done in honor of Ron Paul and his wife Carol. And all of us know behind great men are great women. For decades to be able to stand strong up against the bad guys. We know who the bad guys are. They, them, those that won't leave us alone. You got people who want to be left alone and those that won't leave us alone. And the people that won't leave us alone, you have one man, last man standing, Ron Paul. And who is standing behind Ron Paul? Carol! All of us that are in this fight. So we want to make sure that they know how loved they are both and how much we recognize and understand the importance Carol plays in the revolution, in the person that's behind holding up, and the sounding board for Ron Paul all these decades that may not have gotten the appreciation that she deserved all these years. So we want to make sure that she's honored, and we say thank you. Thank you. What Dave doesn't know is I'm on the Air America affiliate in Phoenix. Hardcore, no compromise libertarian. I'm their token libertarian. Oh yeah, Randy Rhodes is coming over to my station. I'll learn her, don't worry about it. Let me tell you, one of the things is that Freedom's Phoenix, what came of that is when I was producing and being a talk show host, you open up the newspaper and after 5 or 10 minutes you just wanted all your brain cells back. The lamestream media, the media formerly known as mainstream, the media that's so last century, you look at it and you go, wow, I knew about this 3 weeks ago and this is not the story, I was there. So the thing is, we started, as we prepare for a radio show, we would have Freedom's Phoenix, and we would take and accumulate this information, put it in different categories, and have it there for everyone. And that's how Freedom's Phoenix was born, became so popular. I have 10,000 subscribers. Over 2,000 of them are mainstream media. So you want them, this is how you get in. They're lazy. They want to get home by 5. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to do the work. And if they want me to do the reporting and research for them, well, okay, I'll do that. So what you'll see is right now, today, you will have on YouTube and on the internet what really happened here, what really was said here. Tomorrow or the next day or 3 weeks from now, it's going to be spun and regurgitated by, Talking Head Day, whoever, and it's not going to have any resemblance of what actually happened. Now, the thing is that when you look at these people, and a lot of us get all nutted up about what Fox News says, or what CNN says, or MSNBC says, or CNBC says, or ABC, CBS, and I remember when it used to just be 3 networks. Now, the thing is that what happens is we're so-and-so, doesn't report on that, and you talk to these, 20-something-year-old kids, and they're who? Who are you talking about? Let me tell you, I've been around. A lot of people you may not know. You guys are familiar with the Ron Paul Revolution artwork? Well, that came from me. And what happened is when we knew that Dr. Paul had made the announcement in January that he was even considering, exploratory committee, that he was going to run for president, we knew in Arizona and Phoenix, we knew exactly what was going to happen. We started mass producing those signs and doing videos on YouTube because we knew that the revolution was already in our hearts and minds. We knew that the revolution just needed an expression, an outlet, a love-olution. It's peaceful. It's a revolution between the ears. Because of course they want you to be violent. Of course they want you marching around with guns. Of course they want you wearing camouflage and threatening to take over. Of course they do. It justifies their existence. It says, look, they're the bad guys. But what happens when you have people that have love in their hearts? They just want to be left alone for themselves, their family, their children, their parents, their grandparents. When you talk about they, them, those, folks. It's really no more complicated than this. You have those that just want to be left alone, that this whole form of government, that all these monuments here, all the words that they go about defining freedom was all about keeping us unoppressed, to have us not living under tyranny, to make sure that the rights of the individual are protected. That's the only function that these guys have, is to make sure that we are free. Which means what? Unfettered, unmolested, left alone. Well, what happens? You want to know who they, them, those are? They always say, we're doing a radio show, and I'm sure Dave will attest to this. Oh, yeah, well, who are they? Well, I'm going to give you a freaking really good example of who they are. There are those that want to be left alone, and there are those that just won't leave you alone. It's not more complicated than that. They want to make it more complicated than that. Yeah, but we got a good reason not to leave you alone. Yeah? You're from the government, you're here to help? Stop! Stop! I don't want you to help me. Can I vote you not help me? You know, do I have that option? So the thing is that, I tell you this, and it's gonna get a lot worse. We know that. Dr. Paul knows that. We all know. And sometimes, all I can think of is one day closer to freedom. Can we hurry up and get to the police state so then we'll know we can leave it? I mean, but you want it to be peaceful. You don't want to go through this because it's going to get bad. So where is your Social Security? It's each other. It's the networks that you made. How much fun have we had in the last year? If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Freedom is the answer. What's the question? You cannot come up with a problem that I can't look right back to. I'm on the radio show, and somebody go, yeah, but we have this. I go, before you even finish, I just want you to know I'm going to say freedom's the answer to whatever the question is. I don't care how complicated it is. More freedom always makes it better. And we used to know that. We used to instinctively understand that when they said the general welfare, it meant more freedom. It was in our best interest to be freer. The only function of government was to that end. When they go outside that box, bad things happen. And it's incumbent upon us as parents, as human beings, to understand that someone else's life is theirs, not ours to control. And I sure as heck don't want them controlling ours. And the freedom-oriented individual, the libertarians in us, is what? We're the hobbits, okay? We don't want to wear the ring of power. We want to chuck it in the fire of Mordor. We don't want anybody controlling us. And I don't want to control anybody. I don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be a master of slaves. Is this hard to understand? It's so simple, but they try and make it more complicated. Let me tell you one last thing. I want to make sure you understand what I've come to realize over the past year.